We back. Yeah. Malcolm, this next Jubilee video, do all strippers think the same?
Probably not.
I'm pretty sure not. Pretty sure definitely not. Just because there's so many different types of strip clubs.
Yeah, it is.
But let's see. Starting at 3, 2, 1.
Society says that women can move seductively. It is sexy. It is looked at as beautiful. When a man does it, it's looked at a little effeminate.
Gyrating like
yeah,
this?
it's thought of
Like
being
this?
feminine. Yeah, that's.
Give us an example. I didn't know that was looked at as feminine. I wouldn't think that.
I just thought it was dancing.
Yeah, me too.
Jesus.
I consider myself
A sex worker? No, that's prostitution.
Agree.
I think there are
Escort
varying
and
degrees of sex
prostitution.
work. I think that there's a spectrum, and I think that as a stripper, I was on the spectrum of being a sex worker. I wouldn't necessarily have called myself a sex worker in the past because I didn't have enough education on what a sex worker was. And I also feel like I've not earned the right to call myself a full-service sex worker. So that's why I just prefer sex worker, because there's a higher degree of sex work above stripping, I think. So
I don't find myself to be a sex worker. I find myself to be creative. When I'm on stage performing, even though it's sexual, you're creating a whole act.
I agree with, that it is an art form and that you are creating, a whole persona, whether it's, the fireman act or your cop act, cowboy, something like that. But it's still in the sex industry. And, you sexy ass dude, don't try to deny it. And you out there being sexy for the ladies, and that's why they're there to see you, because, it's
not
sex.
sex, though.
Sells.
For me, a lot goes into what I do at work, the way that I put myself together, the way I present myself, the way that I, do hair and makeup and glam and outfits and all that kind of stuff goes into it. And I think that goes more into entertainment than it would sex work.
But don't you think that, when you're out there, that the majority of your clientele is men, right?
Yeah.
They're out there because, they fantasize about
They
being
do.
with you
It is.
specifically, you know what I mean? So I think that you should be considered a sex worker because that's what your clientele's thinking when they see you.
Well, that would be the same way that they see Angelina Jolie as well, though. They go see her movies because she is a great actress, but she's also an extremely beautiful woman.
Yeah.
So a male can go and watch her movies and say, God, I wish I was married to Angelina Jolie, but she's a bona fide movie star.
I wouldn't the way they explain it, I wouldn't consider them a sex worker. Only reason I would assume a stripper is a sex worker if they're having sex. That's prostitution escort, I guess, or whatever the case is. I don't think at least the way they were explaining it, I would see them more as entertainers and entertainment as she was saying what the case is.
True, but they are in the adult industry.
That don't mean they doing porn and shit.
No. You never know. Some strippers might.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying though. I'm just saying
dabble.
them. I'm just saying them.
Yeah, but
it don't seem like that's what the route that they go on though.
yeah, sure.
I don't think. Well, they haven't said that they charge $500 for the back room action or some shit like that.
Yeah, we probably end up getting to that.
I'm just saying.
Nah, but I see what he was saying though. But I also get what she said too with that whole Angelina Jolie reference and stuff. But I would say the only difference is you're I guess adult entertainment would be everything from porn to stripping to whatever else. So I don't know, maybe in a kind of sense, I guess they aren't considered fully like you were saying, like, but then old girl was saying that it's like levels to the shit. So
it's not the stripper's fault if the niggas is wearing sweatpants and they coming off a lap dance. It's not their fault. It's the little weirdo nigga fault. That's not considered sex. I just want to make that clear. So I don't know. I don't think that's considered sex. It's just called entertainment and dance. Let's get deeper, Malcolm. Pause. Starting in 3, 2, 1.
My career is misrepresented in the media. 3, 2, 1, go.
Like half and half.
Magic Mike and Chippendales are two most iconic figures for male stripping, and I don't think they misrepresent male stripping. If anything, I think they're pretty on point because I actually started dancing because I watched Magic Mike. Yeah, that's what got me thinking, like, I could do this. Yeah, I want to be a male stripper. And since I've started dancing, it is very similar to the movie. You know, you got the review, you got the house parties, and that's pretty much, it's cut and dry.
But we got a lot of people that think that we gay too a lot of times. I get women all the time saying, are you gay or your dancer gay? I have nothing against gay people, but...
Where's that media come from though? Like, you know, like where do they get that idea?
Society says that women can move seductively. It is sexy. It is looked at as beautiful. When a man does it, it's looked at a little effeminate.
Gyrating? Like
yeah,
this?
it's thought of
Like
being
this?
feminine. Yeah, that's...
Give us an example.
That's
Not
feminine?
This is
that
gay?
it's gay.
This is gay?
It's just most men do not have that kind of coordination and rhythm, okay?
It's wild because customers will talk to me or talk to, you know, dancers for a little bit, and then they'll be like, wow, you're kind of smart. And like they're surprised. Or they're like, wow, you're funny. And
But they
I'm
say
like,
that to us too. They don't think we're
No.
smart at all either. They just think
No,
we're
yeah.
muscle in a body. That's all they think we
Yeah.
are too.
Jokes that I see all the time is that we are supporting our drug habits and our children, and like we're
God
doing
damn.
drugs all the time. Yes, some of those things are true, but that's not all it is. And then like on Family Guy, is it Family Guy or American Dad, where they're basically like strippers have no souls, and I've actually had people say that to me.
Wait, okay, you can't take. Wait, pause. You can't take the fucking cartoon.
Seriously.
Sir, you can't do that.
I'm sorry, but
And by the way, that was American
That's
Dad.
people ain't shit, bro.
That was Stan. That was either Stan or the little alien. I can't remember.
Yeah, people ain't shit, man.
You can't take that serious though. They can't take. I don't know. That's not really the media. The media is like more like news and like shit like that. You talking about a cartoon.
It's still on TV, so it still kind of counts.
Yeah, I guess my nigga started to get it.
Very kindly, like, don't ever say that to someone ever again. You learned the wrong information. That is not how we are.
You always gotta remember, strippers are people too.
Yeah.
like you should never say like, do you have a soul? That's like the meanest shit to say to anybody. Like, period.
Yeah, you know what's fucked up? One of the like the way she was like the little fucked up stereotype things, like the accent. I was like, I didn't hear the college one. Like,
I didn't
tripping
hear.
to support
Oh, you
myself through
supporting
college.
college,
Yeah, I didn't hear that one. I heard the other ones, like the drug habit and shit.
But that was funny though. She's like, yeah, it's true, but that's not
She's like,
everything.
yeah, she's like, it might be true for some people, but it's not all for everybody and shit.
I really agree. Like, I'm pretty sure some strippers just like to fucking strip.
Some
That's a
people
great fucking
like
income.
Yeah. Some people be like, fuck your 9 to 5, mine is great.
I should be lit.
I should be lit. Shit.
Yeah, so, that's funny though. She just compared that shit to American Dad and Family Guy and shit though.
That's it. Wow.
You can't take that serious,
bro.
That's fucking them cartoons. You can't take that shit serious.
Yeah, like
that shit is literally made for ignorant people. Like, you can't take that serious.
at the end of the day, a job is a job. Like,
This is true.
Yeah, so like, I
However
mean,
you get your money, you get your money.
Yeah, you do you by any means necessary, man. Like, don't let people tear you from making your money and shit. Like, that's the one thing, like, I hate. Like, cause you see that across all industry. Like, people that work for like food industry and shit, like
Oh, yeah.
McDonald's and shit. Motherfuckers be downing some of these people, and some of these people actually like their job. They actually like being a fucking manager at McDonald's or some shit. So
Working at Whack Arnold's and shit.
yeah, well, serving the community.
The meanest burger in the world.
The meanest burger in the world. If you cook it that way.
Yeah, so don't take that shit serious, man.
Oh man.
Starting to get 3-2.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Pretty sure they get a lot of that.
Yeah, I would assume so.
For example, the DJs that we have,
DJs.
sometimes they're like really touchy with the girls, and if you're not the type of girl that likes to get touched, then you tell them no. Like, they won't put you on stage, and they will skip you, and they will put girls ahead of you. So it's either you're gonna really tip them, and I tend to like tip them
I've
a lot.
never
Yeah, and I
experienced that.
have always like kind of bumped heads with some of the DJs because of that. I mean,
DJs.
it's wrong.
Damn.
And sometimes like the customers are really touchy, and it's kind of like, you know, I don't know.
I've never personally had that experience.
It depends on the type of strip
Customers,
club you work at, too.
They can get drunk. But, you know, I've never had anything outlandishly disrespectful happen at work. I've been, like, recognized by people at the mall and stuff, and I've had really nasty things said to me.
So would you say outside work, you get harassed more than inside work? Would you
If
think?
somebody, yeah, because I mean, I'm free game at the mall. I'm shopping, I'm on my phone, and I just hear somebody down the hall, like, screaming, you know, you strip. You know, they call me the B word. And I'm like, who is this person that turned around? And he was like, when you in the club, you act like you don't know me. You can't dance to me, you don't see me.
Oh,
You
disgruntled
good and stuff
wife.
like that. Like, I've been cursed out. Malls, parties, all kind of stuff. Called sluts, all kind of stuff. So that does happen.
There's a difference between, you know, male stripping and female stripping because you got bouncers, you got security,
Yeah.
you've got like, you know, your employer. Male stripping is, you know, independent contracting. So when we show up to a party, it's usually house parties. It's the majority of our work. You know, there are reviews, but you're only there for what, like 1 to 2 hours at a club, and we're men. It's just like a classic case. You know, I don't know since way back when, since the beginning of time, that women have always been, you know, victimized and sexually harassed, and it's kind of hard to sexually harass a man. I feel like.
I've had people punch me when I was on
Bullshit,
stage. I've
bruh.
had people like try to finger me during a lap dance. I've had everything. People untie your bikini. People touch your and
Damn.
everything. Touching your face is gross. Like, but I think you should expect somewhat of like
Expect
some
it.
sexual harassment from a situation that's sexually charged, especially if you add alcohol to it.
Sometimes I like the sexual harassment. I'm not
Well,
gonna
I'm
lie.
not saying that
I
you should like it or
sometimes.
you should have to like it, but you should kind of expect it sometimes, or
Exactly,
like
yeah.
be prepared for it at least.
Wait, pause. I don't think any woman that's stripping or anything should be prepared for a finger in her vagina. But I would
Unless
say,
you want it in there.
yeah,
Consent.
consent. But what the fuck I was just gonna say? It depends because I don't. It's certain strip clubs. Certain strip clubs got different etiquettes and shit like that.
Yeah, there's some
Like,
where you
some
can't
strip clubs don't
touch.
even fucking. The girls don't even fucking dance. Like low key. Like they don't do shit. Like what's the one? It's on fucking. Fuck, where the fuck is that at? It's near Roosevelt, and I think it's called something Bunny, or Pink Rabbit, Pink something,
Pink something, pink button.
something. I can't think of it. But that's
Pink
not a real
Rabbit.
shit. Yeah, it's some shit. I can't even fucking think
It's
of it.
like a burlesque.
Yeah, it's just girls dressed up, skimpy or whatever the case is, and they probably give lap dances or some shit like that. But they're not. It's not like a strip club. I went to a strip club for my 16th birthday down south. They was in there. Like it was like ass and titties and dancing and strip pose
Yeah.
and like shit going crazy. What
Yeah,
the case is.
yeah.
It's just different strip clubs and different strip
Different
clubs
rules.
have fucking etiquette. Because some strip clubs is I think are like literally like no touching, like period, like none of that shit. It's just like all visual what the case is. And some strip clubs are you get a lap dance like say we this close and it's probably like a whole row of niggas down there and everybody's getting the lap dance and like everybody's up close and shit like that. It's different etiquette what the case is. So
Yeah, you right on that because like I've been to some that's like top like
yeah,
topless only.
Yeah, topless only. Yeah.
And then if you go somewhere else, it's like, all right, we taking off everything.
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, we just take off the bottoms. It's like, damn.
I seen ass naked.
Yeah, ass naked. All of the above.
Yeah, so I don't know. And plus, I wonder if they're gonna ask them about like the bottle girls. You know, that's the
bottle
too.
service.
You know, that's the thing too. The strippers versus the bottle girls. And
Cause
shit like that.
I think sometimes maybe like some of the strippers do bottom
Probably
service because they feel like they get more or something. I don't know.
Probably
I
so.
feel like
I know that's the whole thing too, though. The strippers versus the bottle girls. That's a whole battle, like real life, like fight battle type thing going on.
Yeah,
right
and
now.
Strip clubs and clubs.
So I wanted to go ask them about that shit, but I would assume just because they're strippers, like I get harassed on a fucking daily basis.
He's like, I'm in a fucking FedEx suit.
Yeah, I get fucking harassed. So I mean,
where's my goddamn package?
Right, exactly. So I don't know, but like if it goes to the extreme, like motherfuckers sticking their hand in your pussy and shit like that, that's get that nigga the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and like
that's
stalking
too,
and shit.
Yeah, that's shit.
That's
wild.
probably a question too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but nah, fuck that shit with dudes talking about. Yeah, you can still get
you can definitely get harassed if you a guy.
Yeah, you can get attacked.
If you go to a party, you getting your dick. They reaching for your dick.
Yeah.
Especially it depends on how you dress. You probably got the little trunks with the thong with the
elephant
thing joint going on. Whatever the case is, elephant trunk and shit. They reaching for your dick, bro.
They gonna grab it.
They reaching for your dick. So I don't know about that one, but he likes it, so he ain't complaining.
till he
go left.
Yeah. Till it go left and he finna die by snoo and shit.
Start again. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, that's kind of hard.
It would depend. If they understand, like nigga, if you met me at the strip club, my nigga,
yeah,
you know what I do.
You know what you do.
I am a dad of 3 kids. When they come see me in Cali, I don't dance. I shove it to the side for 3-4 weeks. But in the end of the day, it's important
must
that
make a lot of goddamn money.
maintain a single life so I can make the utmost money for them. And being single is better because if I have a woman, she's gonna tell me, well, I don't want you to go out there tonight. I don't want you to perform tonight and stuff like that. And it's gonna hurt my stuff.
I was with someone for 5 years and it was all fine until one day he just wasn't okay with it anymore and started like slut shaming me after 5 years. But the dude I'm with now just doesn't really like, not that he doesn't pay attention to it, but he doesn't like come into the club. He doesn't like really have to see what I don't know. I guess
you
it would
don't immerse yourself in your world.
Saw, like,
yeah.
He know what the fuck you do though. I mean,
but it's different flirting than how I would flirt with him. But it's weird because people change. Like they think that they're fine with it or they pretend like they're fine with it and they're really not.
For me, it's not that I can't find someone that'll accept me. I wouldn't want to date anyone while I'm stripping because I mean, the things that we have to do, it's like we're acting like if we're interested in like the customers or flirting. I feel like in a way that's, to me, I'm not saying for everyone, to me that's like cheating. Like I can't. And then when they ask you like, do you have a boyfriend? And then if I say yeah, then it's kind of like that's already kind of like a deal breaker,
no.
Fantasy.
These niggas is in the strip club. They don't give a fuck if you got a boyfriend.
These niggas in the clubs don't even be caring when niggas be taking their wives out. So let alone.
Give a fuck. But I would assume I understand why the dude is saying that because I'm pretty sure his woman would. Well, I understand both sides, but yeah, because I'm pretty sure a woman would tell him like, "No, don't go stripping tonight," type shit, whatever the case is. Also, I would understand like a woman like. If a nigga changed, but the nigga she probably with right now that she was talking about shit, he probably don't immerse himself in your world. That's your world. That's your thing.
Yeah,
do what you do. I know you strip.
Yeah,
like it ain't like you lied to me and said, "Now I go to a strip club one day and like, oh my god, you're here. Why are you here?" Like it's not like that going on. Like if you tell the man from the jump like you a fucking stripper, like either he gonna accept the shit or he ain't gonna fuck with you. Either way. Or he might fake it until he get tired of it or some shit. I don't fucking know. But like it ain't like you lying to the motherfucker.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know. So they're gonna 3, 2, 1. That is when you become a sex worker. Sex Sex workers?
In my 10 years of dancing, I had one guy like come in and like try to actively pursue me. So it was like every shift he was coming in, and he wasn't totally haggard. So, you know, after a while, I was like, all right, I'll go on a few dates with you. But, you know, he turned out to be a total fucking weirdo. So, you know, it didn't have to last anyway.
I performed in New York City in Webster Hall, and I met my ex-wife there.
Oh.
It was a blessing because I have 3 beautiful kids, and, you know, we're still friends, and it's cool, you know what I'm saying? Because I did meet a good person at the time.
Sometimes you meet someone just like you would out at the nightclub or the bar, and you're like, yeah, let's go home and do stuff together. I mean, yeah, I'm a person, I'm attracted to other people, and sometimes, you know, it just works out.
Wait, Paul, shit. They didn't ask me if they paid for it, though, did they? Damn, so they're not a fucking sex worker.
Because you paying.
Yeah. Damn.
But technically, I guess that for you saying that, technically they are then.
No, they're not, because they didn't get paid for the sex. They just, like she was saying, like last, she said, if I'm attracted to you and we just go fuck, or because we just want to go fuck, they're not getting transaction for the fucking.
Right, but not for the fucking, but
Before
for the
the
dry
fucking.
humping, yeah. So technically that's still, it still counts, don't it? Don't it?
That clip was too short. I need to see the unedited version. I need to see everybody answers. Man, I don't know. Start again. 3, 2, 1.
Chills. Dun dun dun.
You ran.
You
Said she
ran
ran
that
really
fast.
Upbringing, my mom was pretty terrible to me. Everybody was, like, you know, so I grew up kind of like loner. Oh my gosh, to even think about like my daughter. I feel like I'm there. Like, I feel like she can do so much more than dancing than what I'm doing. I'm not saying that stripping is bad because it pays my bills, and there's beautiful women that you meet and they're there because they're single moms, but I just feel like my daughter would, there's something so much better that she can do than this.
I mean, I didn't have a bad childhood, and I ended up in something like this. I was actually very well supported my entire life as a child, and given every opportunity,
they prostituted or shit like that. They just stripped.
But this is something that you're not going to be able to do when you're 40, really 50 years old, 60 years old. It's a shelf life.
She got
That's
a point.
what it is. You do this right now that you're young, you get as much as you can. But what's to say that if something happens to my daughter, like, she's not going to make money at 40, 50, 60 stripping.
If I had a girl, I'd be scared, you know? I'd be really scared.
Scared of what?
Scared of her being taken advantage of. Scared of her having bad experiences that you've experienced dancing. You would probably have them even whether or not you did dance.
I was date raped when I was 18 by a coworker, and I wasn't at a strip club.
I'm not saying it can't happen just because you're not a stripper doesn't mean you can't get raped. I'm just saying that you come across and put yourself in a lot more difficult positions being a stripper. I would imagine being a woman from what I've heard from other girls. You don't think so?
To her point, I had the complete opposite upbringing. I'm third generation college. I had a great middle class upbringing. I'm in the situation I'm in because I put myself in that situation and I made the adult choice to dance. However, I'm not saying if my child chose to dance, just like my mom, I would demonize them or love them any less. I just would want more for them.
But would you support them is the question.
Yes. My mother supports me. Would she rather me not be a stripper? Of course.
I think that it takes like a strong person to be an entertainer or a sex worker on any level. And if I had a child that grew up to be any of those things, and if it wasn't right for them or if they felt like it was too much for them, I would hope that they would recognize it and get out of it. Because I've seen girls kind of be like emotionally crippled by this job, and that's really hard to see, you know, because it's not made for everybody. I would just hope that my kid would be aware enough to be like, this sucks for me.
Pause. Malcolm, you got a girl.
You do too, nigga.
Oh, man. I wouldn't disown her.
Nah, I wouldn't disown her, but I know as a parent.
You helping paying some of these bills, though? Is the money coming back to the house? Is the house money?
Is the house money?
I'm just asking.
Yeah, Yo, ass made me lose my train of thought. He's so fucking ignorant, man.
I'm just asking, my nigga. I ain't gonna disorder or no shit like that. I mean, I don't know, because it depends. I don't know. I don't know what type of support, like, yeah, honey, get out there and go get him.
Yeah, well, how fire support you talking
Yeah,
about?
I know, right?
In the club throwing
like,
rain,
come on, baby.
making it rain.
Pick that money up, sweetheart. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of weird, because I don't know, like, what's the support, like, where that, like, is coming from, or if the case is. But, like, I'm not going to disown her and say, like, yeah, get the fuck out of my house, like, never come back type shit. I'm not going to do no goofy ass shit like that. But I was like, how do you support her? Like, yeah, like, all right, you stripping for now. Well, like, in 2 years, I really want to see you get, like, a real job or something. I'm like you can have your fun. Like, you can have your little, you can go through your little whole stage if you want to. That's cool. Like, everybody goes to their little whole stage.
Like,
it's cool.
Like,
I
did it. Your mama did it. Yeah, understandable. Go ahead.
Get your shit together.
Yeah, I'm
like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of with the two girls on that one where they were saying, you know, they ain't saying that it's bad that they do it, but like you want more.
I want you to do a little bit more or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because
shipping was not the first thing I think you would run to.
Right.
like I don't know.
One of them made a valid point. Like, you ain't gonna. It's clearly a young person's game.
Oh yeah, it's a young person's game.
Yeah, so you're not gonna be able to do this shit forever. Like,
no matter how much money you got, that Botox ain't gonna lift everything up every time. You decide to swing for that motherfucking pole the wrong way.
You gonna break your back.
Titties gonna be flying this way, one going this way. You ain't gonna know what the fuck going on. It's gonna really be a cartoon. She was worried about American Dad. That motherfucking titties gonna wrap around the pole like goddamn Tom and Jerry around this motherfucker. You gonna have to get the fuck out the pole, sweetheart. This ain't for you no more. Like, yeah, do that shit for a couple of years, get your money right. Cause strippers, like, even if you're not a stripper, like, even if your body like still together for cases, you could probably be a bottle girl. And there's some strip clubs, like we said earlier, like, they don't even fucking really dance.
Yeah,
they literally just like walk around, talk to niggas, and it's like give them their drinks and shit like that. Like, it's like no touch services and shit like that. Like halfway seductive dances, or whatever the case is. Like, it's different strip clubs.
It's different
shit
too.
It's fucking strip clubs where bitches is surfing other bitches on the fucking stripper pole, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like, it's certain strip clubs that's doing certain shit.
And then you got those, and then you got the ones that just do like burlesque. Like,
yeah, like just simple shit. They just hang on the pole. They do shit like that. Like, it's shit like that, my nigga. But like, it just all depends on the fucking strip club.
Yeah, so like I was saying, like you were saying too, like I wouldn't disown her. I would just like want more. I would just want more for
say, baby, listen here. I need 20% of that.
But I would just try to, like,
if anybody gonna pimp you, it's gonna be me. I need 20% to put to the side. It's for your future. Trust and believe me. It's for your future. I need 20%.
That's real support, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I need to save your money for you. Like, that's the only thing I can think of. Like, I don't know, because I don't know what the really support system is. Like, I'm not gonna disown you, but I'm not gonna tell you to not do it, because
you're gonna end up
grown
doing
enough for 21 or 18 or however old you need to be a fucking stripper, but nigga, you gonna go out and be a stripper. Yeah, you ain't gonna need my money to support your ass, because you have to make your own money so you can pay for whatever the fuck you need to pay for.
True.
So, yeah. That don't help no fucking body at the end of the fucking day. Starting in 3, 2, 1. If it was not, wasn't for the money.
All y'all should move over.
He disagree. They disagree too.
She said strongly agree, somewhat agree.
It's strictly because I make decent money. That's just the bottom line. I mean, have I had really fun times at work? Yeah,
sure.
I've had some great times at work. But at a point in time, it does start to wear on you. Like I said, the late nights. There are just certain things and aspects about being in the club that just really can wear on you over time. And so, yeah.
I don't like being in regular clubs.
There's times where, like, it's real dead at the club and you have to go up and you make like $2. You're like, damn, that was brutal. But you still had fun, like, looking at the ceiling mirrors, laying there doing nothing.
I mean, what man wouldn't want to go, you know, to a party there's only women. That's right. And you're outnumbered, you know, 20 to 1, and you gotta take your clothes off. Like, it doesn't sound pretty.
It's fun for us.
It's
fun.
It's fun.
We like it.
Shit, still more. I haven't got the damn question. Was the money worth it for the case?
Yeah, it was like, would you be stripping if it wasn't for the money or some shit?
20 to 1 being the male? I'm taking all these bitches down. Like, who's the bachelorette? It's the bachelorette, right?
No.
Who's the bride?
Who's the bride?
Yeah. But I was if it's not for the money, what the fuck is we doing it for?
Man, like
even the men, like, I know they talking shit because they niggas with dicks and testosterone and shit. But like what they if it's not the money, then what the fuck am I stripping for?
I think that's like the ultimate goal.
If that's the case, nigga, why am I working a regular ass job if it's not for the money? Like, if it's not for the money, like, nigga, like, I don't know what the fuck am I doing anything, you know? So yeah, I would only assume it's for the money. Starting 3, 2, 1. Stripping is empowering. Maybe to yourself. If you got low self-esteem, maybe it's something like that.
You don't want to lie people.
Strongly agree, baby.
Stripping's the best. You get people's money. You stand over a sea of dudes, and then their wallets fly towards you. It's amazing.
Until you had like money just fall over you, it's like an adrenaline you can't get from.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe like skydiving or jumping off of that feeling feels like yes. You're like, oh yes, I can pay this bill tomorrow.
When I'm on stage, show, top act.
Shit, I need to get my stripping on there. I need to feel. I need to know how I feel to Scrooge McDuck some shit. Like just dive in some money.
They couldn't control themselves enough, and they just had to scream. They just had to just let it out. And I hear all of them do it at the same time. That's very empowering.
I mean, being able to make your own decision about your body, that's the number one. When it comes to feminists and being like, you're not empowered doing this. It's like, I made the decision to be here. Nobody's making this decision for me. It's my body and my choice, and that's empowerment. Yay. Thank you guys.
Okay, so that episode totally had me rethinking.
I don't care what they got to say. They never say shit good at the end.
I don't want that.
They never ask the hard-hitting questions, Malcolm.
Yeah, they don't. They be missing.
Yeah. I guess it's just awful fun or whatever the case is. I guess I don't know. Maybe I know something I don't know. I would ask them, "Were you ever pimped?" Shit like that. Hard-hitting questions. Like, I want to know about the battle between the bartenders or the star tenders and the strippers or
whatever they call them in another place.
I want to know shit like that.
Bottle surface girls.
That's me. That's me, Malcolm. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and also hit that bell to get notified.
Yep.
This is the DADS podcast. Make sure you tell all your friends about us. Make sure you share us everywhere. Clip us because we want to get rich, and we want you guys to help us get rich. So, if you like this video, niggas trying to go full-time YouTube. But yeah, this is DADS Podcast. Make sure to follow all our social media networks, DADS Podcast, and for Twitter, DADS with Dreads. And remember, if you like this video, subscribe, hit the bell. Do whatever the fuck other dumb shit that YouTube make you do to fucking stay up to date with us. Because they keep changing it every week. Every week is an update. So yeah.
Just stalk us on our social media.
Just stalk the shit out of us. Be like my ex. We out of here.